Hey everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it so much. My guest tonight is a veteran in country music. He's entertained both as a solo artist and backing other great artists all over the world. And I first got to meet him when he was working with the great Earl Thomas Conley. And he's got a brand new song out tonight. We're going to play that for you, talk about that and some other great things going on with his career. It's my honor to welcome Jimmy Bowen to My Kind of Country. Jimmy, how are you tonight?
I'm doing fine, Scott. How about yourself, my friend?
Oh, fantastic. Great to talk to you again. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Glad to be on. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, last time I think we had a chance to visit, you were up here in my neck of the woods with the great Earl Thomas Conley.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Earl was great to travel with and loved doing shows with him. Sure do miss him, that's for sure.
Oh, man, he was a great talent, nice guy, and what a band. And Tom Edwards is another guy that I've gotten to know that was working with you all that night.
Oh, yeah, great player, great piano player.
Oh, man, he's fabulous, absolutely. So, a brand new song. Tell me a little bit about Single Down in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's a song that was given to me by some writers here in Nashville by the name of Mark Kerr, and I actually just love the song. I think it's a great storyline, and it's almost not trying to sound like David Allan Coe, but I think it's a great, perfect song too for country.
Yeah.
Talking about she's just tired of him, and she leaves and needs some time to think and get her mind and her heart together. And meanwhile, it's driving him crazy, and he's sitting at home drinking, waiting on the phone to ring, waiting for her to be ready to come home, and really, she never does. So it's I just love the tune. And, melody-wise, it's just a great two-stepping tune, too.
It is.
I love that. I love that about it automatically, I used to do it all two-stepping in my younger days, and I love the melody of it myself. But it's a great song, and people seem to really enjoying it right now. I mean, it's really taken off for me and doing real well, and hope the listeners still enjoy it. To this day, it's just doing real well for us.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and we're going to play it for our listeners here in a little bit too. And folks, I want to let you know you can go to Jimmy's website. It's jimmybowen.com and check out his other great music. He's also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all those great places where we get our music these days. So he's got a lot of great stuff out there.
Yeah, so, a lot out there now these days.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, that's good though. That's it makes it a great platform for independent artists to really get their stuff out there.
It really does. I have noticed that through the years that it's a whole lot easier now to get your music out there than it was 30 years ago when I first started, and it's a whole lot easier. I talk with a lot of guys that I travel with, and we talk about the new age thing and the social media, and a lot of them, what's funny is they'll say, man, I don't even know how to cut on a computer. And I'm like, well, by George, you better learn. That's where it is, social media, and it's great. I love it because you can reach so many people.
Oh, yeah.
So many people. I think a lot of people think it's a negative thing, but me personally, I don't. As an independent artist, I think it's a wonderful thing because I'm able to get my music out to a lot of people that I really don't think would have been able to hear it if it wasn't for the social media, the Spotify's and everything that's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. It's a lifeblood for what I do, and I have listeners all over the world that would have never been able to do this 10 years ago. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, there's a lot of people complain about it, and I know that, the computer age and, with the internet and things are kind of somewhat in roundabout ways gets aggravating, it's amazing when you stop for gas, everybody's whipping out a card. Nobody uses cash anymore, and you got to wait for this and wait for that. And if the computers are down, it delays. But musically, I'm loving it. I'm loving it just because of what you said. 10 years ago, we wouldn't be able to reach half the audience that we're reaching.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I think it's great myself.
And from a PR standpoint, and I do want to mention a big thanks to Bev at Be Notice PR, too. She's doing a fantastic job. You got a great lady behind you there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love her. Love it.
You bet. Well, Jimmy, give me a little bit of your background. As we mentioned before, you've worked with great entertainers over the years, and give me a little bit of history of your musical journey.
Well, my musical journey has actually started in the bluegrass field. My father, raised me on the Flatt and Scruggs and the Bill Monroes, and I loved it, and started out in the bluegrass world and played that for years and through high school and through college, and went out and played with some professional bluegrass bands there for a while with a country gentleman out of Washington, D.C., which Ricky Skaggs was with, played fiddle with him in his earlier career. Jerry Douglas, who's a well-known dobro player, Nashville Grammy Award winner, he was also a part of that group for years in his younger days. And went on with some other bands where we kind of got tired of working for somebody else and wanted to do our own thing, and we started doing that. And then I started playing with some of the other artists like Ricky Van Shelton and Eddie Raven, and hooked up with Earl Thomas Conley. So my background comes from a bluegrass background, and then I moved into the Americana country side of it probably in the last 10 years. So I'm kind of restructuring myself as an Americana / country artist at this time, and it's challenging, but it's a lot of fun because I get to play different types of material, and right now I'm working with Sonny Lemaire, a great writer, and you may know Sonny, bass player with Exile, great band, great country / southern rock band, had a very great career and still doing very well to this day. And Sonny's been producing a lot of my stuff here in the last couple of singles, and what a great guy to work with. But it's such a chance to see different types of writers and how they write and different material, and I'm having a blast with the new venture that I'm on. I love bluegrass, my background, I love it, I always will love it, but it's just, you comes in an artist time that you kind of want a little change. You want to do a little something that's a little different, I'm talking with my production team now. I was actually, before you called, on the phone with them talking about the show itself, and I was at Celine Dion's concert last night here in Nashville. Oh, wow. What a tremendous artist she is, and such a class act. And I know she's not country, but just as an artist. And I'll tell you, Scott, just the light show was crazy. I mean, just her stage, her production was just amazing.
Oh, that's great.
And that was just exciting. Her whole production is just so exciting, along with the great voice she has and material that she has. And, I love things like that. I like to venture out and try new things, and let's see what happens,
Oh, you bet. You bet.
Kind of, what have you got to lose, But, we may try to incorporate some different things in our show, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But that's kind of the background, It's kind of very simple, but it's been good to me. I've been able to play places that I never would have dreamed of. I've been to Europe and toured there, Canada, and played for two presidents, George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr., and that was such an honor. And to go to the White House and play, and so it's really it's been a blessing. I mean, I've been very fortunate and very blessed with my musical career and the avenues I've gone down. And I appreciate it so much, and having a blast on this new adventure and seeing where we're going to head with it.
Man, that's really great to hear. And you're not only a tremendously great singer, but a heck of a musician. I was watching at the Earl Thomas Conley show. You played some beautiful mandolin, and you're just such a great artist.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, it's the bluegrass background helped me with Earl a little bit because a lot, it's what's surprising is that Earl loved bluegrass. He loved it. I don't think a lot of people knew that, but he loved bluegrass music, and so I think with some of the stuff that he did, like Brotherly Love, and some things that the mandolin really comes out, and he gave me the opportunity, and we just loved Earl. We all still get together. His band now performs with me, and they all came to say, Jimmy, well, you're doing something, let's just we'll hook up with you.
Oh, that's great.
After Earl retired, and I said, well, that's great, guys, we all know each other, we've all played together for 6 or 7, 8 years, and so let's do it. And we all sit around and just tell stories even about with Earl. He was such a class act to deal with. He was almost like a band member. He never really had that staritis thing that some may or may not have. I don't want to talk out of school here, but he was one of the guys, so to speak, and such a joy to be around, and a mentor at the same time. Could really educate you, and a writer extraordinary. His writing was just unreal. And he has a lot of stuff. I hope they release. He has a lot of stuff that was in kind of, so to speak, in the can that they've never released. That is just unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I hope so too.
So I'm hoping that maybe his wife will eventually maybe put out some stuff, because he had some stuff that he recorded the last few years before he fully retired. That it was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh,
so, but we had a lot of fun with Earl. He gave me that opportunity, and I really respect that from an artist of his stature.
Absolutely.
A lot of them don't allow certain things, and Earl was just laid back. He was a great guy. God, we loved him.
He was.
We still do.
He was fun to watch on stage. Very laid back, and I had a chance to visit with him a little bit after the show, and he was just very very down to earth, very humble. And he was almost kind of surprised that I even really wanted to talk to him. I thought, man, that's very humbling.
Yeah, he was like that. He was like that, but. I have a lot of respect for him. I have a lot of respect for him and Eddie Raven, because they gave me the opportunities. They gave me the chances, and that's what I respect about the artists like that. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent everywhere, and it's just a lot of people just don't get the opportunity to show it. And that goes back to what we were talking about with the social media, what's out there, that what you can do now. And that's what I like, because it's, on the business side of it, it's kind of more competition, but I think everybody has their own talent in their own right. And so it's given so many people that opportunity. So between artists like Eddie and Earl, and along with social media, has given a lot of independent artists the opportunity to show their talents.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Well, folks, please go to jimmybowen.com, and we're going to play that new single down in San Antonio. And Jimmy, what's coming up this year for you?
Well, actually, we're really excited. I've got some dates coming up, but I'm starting my own television show.
Oh, wow.
And, I am tremendously excited about that. We're finalizing on the venue here in the next 2 weeks. We're going to start shooting probably in May or June, somewhere along in there, and I'm really excited about that. And that's going to be it's going to be a musical variety show. So it's going to have from singers to songwriters to just it's going to be. I want the show to be kind of really, you don't know what to expect when you watch it, but it's going to be about music, but you don't know what kind of form. I just want it to be a variety thing, but. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, it sounds like it. Yeah, well, keep me posted on it, and we'll make sure we share it with
that, my man. I definitely will.
Definitely. That sounds like a fantastic thing. And I also want to congratulate you. You were a 2019 inductee into the Old Time Country Music Hall of Fame. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was exciting for me, because it was just to have a group of people like that out west that felt enough of me to put me into their Hall of Fame there, and it was such an honor. And I met so many nice people out there in Nebraska and Minnesota and out in that area, and it was an honor. It really was, and I was so thrilled to go out there and do that. It was a lot of fun, and thank you. It was a neat honor. It really is.
Well deserved, no doubt about it. And you've got some other great music. cdbaby.com also has your music, and folks, you can go on there and check all that out too. Some great music from Jimmy Bowen. And as I said, we're going to play that new song for you right now, Single Down in San Antonio. And Jimmy, it has been a pleasure having you on My Kind of Country. Thank you so much for taking the time, my friend.
Scott, the pleasure was mine, and thank you so much, and I hope we stay in touch, my friend.
Absolutely. Here is Jimmy Bowen as we continue with My Kind of Country.
She made no promises the day she left. She called her mama, said she needed some rest, a little time, a little break in the action. She needed to heal a heart that'd been fractured by a whole bunch of things that had to do with me. Baby, single down in San Antonio, I'm drinking double, staring at the phone, wondering what she's doing on her own and what she's doing without me. My imagination's running wild. Someone's bound to make my baby smile. baby single down in San Antonio. I wish she'd call to say that she's okay. I'm scared the longer that she stays away, she'll realize she just might not need me. She's already gone, it'd be easy to leave me for somebody new without letting me know. Baby single down in San Antonio, I'm drinking double, staring at the phone, wondering what she's doing on her own and what she's doing without me. My imagination's running wild. Someone's about to make my baby smile while I'm sitting here all alone. Baby,